Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Sammy. You know what's interesting with 0.5? Isn't that players suddenly think Path of Exile 2 is perfect. It's that for the very first time in a while, the conversation seems to be shifting from what the game is missing to what the game is building towards. And personally, I think that's a much healthier place for the game to be. So, with all this joy and love right now going on with PoE 2 and all the grinding that's going on, let's take just a minute because I got to get back to grinding. There's so much to do. I love it. I'm going to give you my my pros and cons for 0.5. And please watch the whole video and make sure you watch it all the way to the end where I give you my final thoughts. All right, let's get to it. All right, so as far as the W's for 0.5, I have to say, it's what I started this video on. The fact that everyone it looks like the majority of the player base is having a blast with 0.5. And when you go doom scrolling, there's less about, oh my God, we need this. Oh my God, why did they do that? They need to improve this. The end game is missing A, B, C, D, E, and F. I already am bored. This and that. So the fact that Grinding Gear Games did a 360 with this game and just turned and dialed up the fun factor and just way more stuff to do and literally changed the end game on a dime. I knew they were going to do it. I just never would have imagined they would have done it so quickly. So to me, that is the biggest surprise, just how much of an improvement the end game has made and how much more fun it is. So for me, that's the big W. There are many W's, but that's the big W. And don't get me wrong, there are still things that need to be addressed in this game. Absolutely. But I don't think too many of us can deny the fact that this game has taken not a step forward, but a major step forward. The end game is the meat of the sandwich, and that sandwich has it's got a pretty healthy middle section, just full of flavor, and everybody's chomping down on it and enjoying the bite. So they really deserve a big applause for not only what they've done, but how quickly they have done it. Now, some of you may argue, what are you talking about? We're over a year into this and, they finally did it. Point taken. But I still think from where we were to 0.4 to where we are now, big improvement. So big W for me. That's my big one for sure. 1A, when we look at the end game, since it is an end game patch, I have to say the fun factor and all the content that they've added in the end game and the sense of purpose and the direction, the more focused direction they've put in the end game is a huge W as well. All of us were aimlessly running around the end game 0.4 and before. Now 0.5 has given us direction, purpose. We know what to do, and some of us may not know how to do it 100% efficient, but you have direction in the end game. And the other thing I like about the end game, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You want to min-max your playthrough, you go straight for the fortress, you max your Atlas points, you get all those buffs, those passive buffs for when you're grinding maps. That is the min-max way, but you don't have to necessarily do that. You can go continue and do one of the quest lines. There's five new quest lines. You can pick and choose to your heart's desire, a la carte, as I like to call it. So there's really no wrong or way. So that variety really, I think, adds a benefit to the wide variety of players that are out there. Some players don't want to min-max. They want to enjoy the content. So they can farm ritual. They can explore the sea and do expedition. They don't have to go to the fortress if they don't want to. Now, to me, that's the most min-max way. But again, it's proving my point. Players have the option to do what they want. So I like that there's variety, and there's many ways players can min-max their character, can earn currency. I like that there's variety. There's not a cookie cutter one way or the highway kind of approach to this game. So for that perspective, I really am enjoying that as well. And they continue to make build diversity in this game so good. And there are so many builds out there just kicking it and taking names. And it's so nice to see. So the fact that they continue to add to the build diversity in this game is amazing. And that's through the new ascendancies that they continue to elevate this game. You know what I mean? It's just incredible what they've done. So I think the build diversity is another big W, because we all prefer different play styles. Some people like melee, some people like casters, you know, it can go on and on. So the fact that there are options for every type of play style is really nice, and I think it's a W for the league. You can't talk about a video game without, from a player's perspective, quality of life things. And you know, the one thing, there are many improvements to quality of life that grinding gear games continue to do on every patch, but the incorporating the build planner in game, because so many people follow build guides and they don't have to pan out, look at another monitor, see what they have to do. It's built in the game. That is a huge W, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people follow builds. There are a ton of people that make their own builds, but there also are a ton of players that also follow build guides. So the fact that that's in the game now is so amazing, and I think it is very good and healthy for the player base. I'm sure a lot of you are enjoying it. Now, honorable mentions are, I love the new league mechanic, the runic ward, what it brings to the table. There are some ways that you can bring new defensive layers in with the runic ward, and it looks like there's a lots of curiosity out there on how to implement runic ward into your build. Now, as far as runic ward, that's part of the new league mechanic. I love what it's done to the game, period, from beginning to end. The new league mechanic touches all aspects of the grind. I think it hits us in the beginning of the game, hits us in the middle of the game, and it impacts us in the end game as well. So I like that the league mechanic is from A to Z. Really good. Obviously, the currency exchange improvements that they've made in the game continues to be very popular, and I really like that. And the new pinnacle content, say what you want, whether you think it's too hard, too easy. I personally found the Arbiter of Divinity fight the very first time, and I've killed him 5 times. The very first time, very exciting and intriguing. It was great. Obviously, when you do it over and over, it's just a matter of you're doing it just to get the Atlas points. And if you have a good character, you're basically just knocking them off with relative ease. But the new pinnacle content continues to elevate the game. I think that's what's really good. So overall, 0.5 exceeded my expectations. I'm super happy. I cannot put the game down, hence why there's not a lot of content coming out right now for me. It's just don't have the time to create content. I'm too busy playing the game. I hope you guys are in the same boat. I hope you are enjoying it. Now, I do have a couple of pet peeves that I think we need to, well, at least I want to get off my chest. Now, the performance of the game still is an issue, and actually, I'm finding it that it's even gotten worse. And I got hit. Forget about the lag spikes. Forget about the freezing. Forget about getting DC'd. I had a real bad bug, and it still exists out there, which costs me probably 40 to 45 Atlas points. And that is when you kill the Arbiter of Divinity, you go to the device and you select that device. It takes you to a part of the fortress and it says, do you want to auto-complete these maps in this section? And you get your 40, 45, however many Atlas points, depending on how many maps you haven't finished in that area. So I think it was my third kill of the Arbiter of Divinity. I went to the device, loading screen, freezing. I hit escape. I went to another device, hit that one, freezing, loading screen, wait, hit escape, went to another pillar, selected on that device. Anyway, I got DC'd. I went back in and everything was gone. And I lost my 30 to 45 Atlas points by killing the Arbiter of Divinity. Now, believe me, I was very upset. So I have since killed Arbiter of Divinity again, and I continue to get the loading screen freezing. Now, thank God someone in chat told me just reload your game, go to character selection, load back in, and it'll load up this time. And sure enough, I tried their suggestion and it worked, and I didn't lose my Atlas points. So for those of you that are experiencing this freezing of the load screen after killing Divinity and clicking on the device, go to character selection, load back in, and it'll eliminate the freezing when you hit the device, and you'll get your Atlas points. So these things are still a hindrance in the game. And look, I understand it looks from afar that Grinding Gear Games is so busy putting so much content into this game. They clearly don't have the time to test everything through and through. And this is why we're getting these performance issues. But I hope to God that they knuckle down, they bear down on this and get it resolved, because some players, it's just unplayable. Their computers cannot handle it and they can't play the game. So hopefully they buckle down on this and they get it addressed, because it is unfortunately still rearing its ugly head in this game. The other thing that I wanted to talk about as far as, some of the negativity that I'm hearing, some people are complaining that there's too much to do. I don't know what to do, because there is so much to do. There's so much things to do that it takes so much time. I really think I want you guys, for those of you that are feeling this way, I want you to ponder this. Grinding Gear Games is very well known for dumping a lot of stuff in the game and then scaling it back. And you look at King's March for an example. If you guys remember when King's March was first introduced, we literally had to build that town, city, whatever you want to call it. We had to build it from the ground up. Nothing was given to us or handed to us. We literally had to build everything and earn everything. And then after that league, the town was basically built for us as soon as we got into the town. Okay? And I am going to assume that somehow Grinding Gear Games is going to find a happy medium when it comes to the amount of hours that's required right now to complete the end game quests, the fortress, the Atlas skill points, the 336 points. I think they're going to take the same approach they did with King's March. And somehow they're going to find a happy medium where it's not going to require the amount of grind that it is today. Now, personally, I think that's a good solution. I just hope they don't water it down where you're literally, you get everything right away. I do enjoy that there is a grind to the end game when it comes to the quest line and to the fortress. So I hope they don't go too far back and make it super easy, but find a happy medium. But people are complaining about that, and I understand why. It's a legitimate reason, but I do hope that they don't water it down. But that's really all the negativity I can find about it. You know, the performance, the amount of hours, and some people are finding that there's so much to do they don't know where to go, which is a good problem to have, in my humble opinion. Anyway, okay, so there you have it, guys. That is my update on 0.5. I am rocking an Oracle, Spell Totems, Grim Pillars. It's killing everything in sight. I'm having a great time. And I think I'm currently 94, going to be 95 soon. And we are grinding the heck little by little. The end game is hella fun. I'm having a blast. I said on my stream the other night that this may be the first time I go end to end, start to finish in a league. I may potentially play every single day of this league. We'll see how it goes, but I don't see an end in sight. There's just so much to do. There's so many builds that I want to try. There's so many of the different modes that I want to try. Right now, I'm still in softcore trade. I want to try SSF. I may dabble in hardcore. So there's still a lot to do. So I want to hear from you guys. Get in the comments section. Let me know. What do you think about 0.5? What are the pros and cons that I missed or that you believe belong on that list? Get in the comment section and let me know. How's it going with you? Are you having fun? Are you not having fun? Get in there and let me know. I look forward to everyone's comments. I read them all, and I personally try to respond to as many as I can. All right, that'll do it, everybody. So if you can like the video, comment on the video, it'll help push it through the YouTube algorithm. And if you really want to support my channel, hit the subscription button. It's the best way to support my content. And as always, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Take care, everyone. The opinions expressed in this video are mine and solely mine. Healthy debate is always encouraged. Hate is never welcomed. So get over it.